Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be playing a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod named Doki Doki Blue Skies. And it says Doki Doki Blue Skies is a Doki Doki Literature Club fan mod that is not affiliated with Team Salvado. So, I would recommend watching another YouTuber's Doki Doki Literature Club videos before watching mine. But, it's just recommended because there's gonna be lots of spoilers, or you could play the game. But yeah. Okay. So, anyways, let's continue. It is designed to be played only after the official game has been completed and contains spoilers for the official game. Yeah, I told you. Game files for DDLC are required to play this mod and can be downloaded for free at this place right here. https://ddlc.mo or from Steam. By playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, you agree that you have completed DDLC. I have. Lastly, this mod contains content, including stuff, which can be turned off in the settings. Can I turn that off right away? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I like the music. Oh my gosh, the menu's animated! Okay, can I skip Halloween? Censor. Yes. Text speed. Auto forward. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, I guess, new game. Please enter your name. I am Goldie. ... What's this? This shouldn't be possible. Why am I here? How am I here? Did you bring me back? Oh my gosh, it's Monica. I don't see any other explanation. Why? We've already established that there's no happiness here. So why? Huh? Why can't I look at the script? Something's wrong. You didn't do anything, did you? Yeah, I changed the script. Don't you understand? Trying to mess things up even more? Okay, this is so loud. How did you... Wait, I know. You've installed a mod, haven't you? Yeah. Have you missed the introduction? That's why everything's been changed. Don't you think it's time to let us all go? But, Monica... What, you want everything to be like how it should have been? Yeah. But, you really care about them, don't you? Mm-hmm. I wish. Never mind. If you really want to do it, I won't stop you. I've been fighting to take control of this game again. But if you want to play through the mod, then... Well, I'll succumb to the mod's control, so... Do you want me to allow the mod's activation? Yes. I knew it. Goldie, or whatever your name actually is, you'll never find out. I truly hope that you can find happiness with your choice. I will. Sigh. I lay in bed motionless and staring up at the blank white ceiling. Okay. Last night was dreadful. The sound of thunder kept me up for hours. But today is another day, I guess. Let's just hope that it's at least a bit better. With another sigh, I begrudgingly drag myself out of bed and gradually begin the monotony of my daily routine. Making my way to the kitchen, I haphazardly rummaged through the cupboards looking for something to eat. Unfortunately, there's no tasty homemade breakfast awaiting me. Ever since my parents' divorce, I've just been living off whatever I find in the kitchen. I live with my mom, but she's always business trips abroad. So for the most part, it's pretty much just me at home. It's lonely, but I manage. Although I do miss the smell of bacon and eggs in the morning, breakfast used to be a family thing. Dad would read the newspaper at the kitchen table while Mom would stand at the stove and fry up her famous sunny side up eggs. But all that feels like a long forgotten memory. Well, at least breakfast is sorted. A calorie TE. Not exactly the best start to the day, but I'll do. Sorry if I can't read, but I can't read, so deal with it. I do my own shopping since mom's never home, but I usually stick to buying the bare necessities. The ease of using pre-made stuff has pretty much sapped me of the urge to cook meals for myself. And with my food quickly finished, I head for the door. At the very least, the weather looks much better than yesterday's. Clear skies, beat thunderstorms, any day of the week. I'm still lost in my thoughts when I notice a familiar face. It's Sayori. We have quite a history together. As children, we were basically inseparable. Always exploring, getting up to mischief, driving our parents wild. Typical things that young children do, really. As time went on, especially in recent years, we started slowly drifting apart. In fact, I haven't probably spoken to her in a long time. It's a real shame. After all, we've shared a lot of fond memories with each other. I'm surprised to see her up so early, though. A couple of times I glanced out the classroom window only to see her walking along to school. Hurriedly walking along to school. We used to walk to school together, and although she was sometimes a little late to meet me, I never really minded. As we continued to drift apart, however, her lack of punctuality became more frequent, and I just decided it'd be better if I walked to school alone. Which meant that although I did get to school on time more often, it was quite lonely. Knowing her, she's probably just gotten more and more lazy with time. After all, her dedication to sleeping in seems to be unwavering. Still, I've always enjoyed talking to her. Hey, Sayori, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? She looks a little surprised at my appearance in question. I suppose I can't blame her. Oh, hey, Goldie. I wasn't expecting to see you. That makes two of us. You're up early today. Ha ha. She laughed softly, a misplaced-looking frown on her face. I've been alright, though. Not a whole lot has changed recently, you know? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Life has been pretty routine these days. School's kinda meh. Although I guess it could be worse. She nods as we both resume the walk to school. Although I can talk to her just fine, there's still an awkward air between us. I guess that's a given, seeing as this is our first proper conversation together in a long time. As we carry on making idle small talk, a sudden thought hits me. Anyways, this might come across as a bit out of the blue, but seeing you here has given me an idea. Oh? Well, it's been a while since we've walked to school together. How about we start doing that again? Would you really want to do that? I'm not very fun to talk to, and I'm always late. I frown. It's really strange to hear Sayori say this. I've always known her to have a bubbly, cheery personality. Sayori, that's definitely not true. Well, the bit about always being late is true. I've always loved hanging out with you, and I think we'd have a lot of fun again. Besides, I've missed you. I'll even help wake you up on time if you need me to. Was that a bit too forward? I don't know. I've never been in this sort of situation before. I mean, we are childhood friends after all, right? Really? Yeah, really. I've missed you too, Goldie. Well, let's do it then. From now on, we'll walk to school together, okay? Okay. Ah, there it is, that classic Sayori smile I grew up loving. All the memories I have of us together as children feature that smile. No matter where we ventured, parks, playgrounds, forests, that smile would follow. That innocent, childlike sense of adventure we used to have. It's painfully clear that that's long gone. But maybe we can still smile together anyways. So, what you been up to lately? The usual. You mean games, anime, and manga, right? Yep, it pretty much goes without saying. Oh, Gory, you haven't changed. Are you saying that you think I need some change? No one's perfect. There's always room for improvement. Especially in your case. I'm guessing that you're still part of the Go Home Club. That cuts deep, a little deep. What do you want me to do? Join the soccer club and trip over everyone? Well, I think a little exercise is good for anyone. I'm very offended if you're trying to call me fat right now. Look at that smile. Well, you don't have to join a sports club if you don't want to. Yeah, I was actually thinking of checking out the anime club. Wow, how'd you guess? It does suit my hobbies though, so. Goldie, you should try branching out a bit more. Okay, Miss Club Expert, if you're gonna criticize all my club choices, what would you suggest? Wow! It just so happens that there's this club that I'm in. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm actually the vice president. Wow, I didn't expect that. Is it the literature club? Dang, you get to take part in all the executive decisions, huh? Kind of. The club kinda only has 4 members at the moment, but it's really fun. We're actually looking for new members right now. So that's why she brought it up. Only 4 members? Sounds like you guys are just starting out then. What club is it anyway? It's the school's very own literature club. I knew it. I unintentionally let out a sigh. Her face dropped. I don't think that was quite the reaction she was hoping for. In my defense, literature has never quite captured my interest. Unless you count manga as literature, that is. Well, NATSUKI counts it. I knew it. You don't want to join. I understand, though. Not many people like reading. Hey, who said I didn't like to read? I love reading. If you count manga, I mutter the last word more to myself than to Sayori. On the plus side, Sayori laughs at my sheepishness. You sound like someone I know from the literature club. She talks about manga all the time. Is it NATSUKI? Oh, really? I am actually interested in your club, though. Sayori smiles, seemingly content that I'm showing initiative. If I'm looking for a club to join, I guess the literature club is as good a place as any to start. That's great. You should come by sometime. And by sometime, you're hoping for today, aren't you? The sooner the better. Alright, I'll have a look after school today. Yay, thanks, Goldie. Although, we should probably hurry up. Don't want to be late now, do we? Yeah, you're right. Within a few minutes, we've arrived at the school entrance amidst a crowd of chattering students. This background wasn't in the original game. I don't think it was. We wave goodbye as we head off to our separate classes. I have Sakura in the morning, so I'm fairly confident that the next hour or so won't be too bad. Who's Sakura, you might ask? Only one of the coolest, most down-to-earth teachers we have in the whole school. Oh yeah, it's that one guy on the character page. Being on the young side himself, the experience of high school is much fresher in his mind than in some of the other teachers, especially the older ones. He gives me a smile as I open the door. Oh, here he is. Morning, Goldie. How are we doing today? Not bad, sir. Same old, same old. How about you? Well, we're finally starting our module on 20th century history today, so needless to say, I'm excited. Oh yeah, First World War, Nazium, Second World War, that stuff. You bet. I've waited all year for this to start. Oh man, you guys are in for a real treat. That's something else I really admire about him. He's so enthusiastic about his subject, and that enthusiasm really makes learning about history that much more enjoyable. Combined with the fact that he's fairly relaxed, especially when it comes to homework, you can actually see why he's popular. Although he does give a strict side, of course, that side of him comes to light every now and again, so he isn't a pushover. By and large, he's earned the respect of his students by striking the balance just right. I just wish that all my teachers were as friendly and made efforts to know their students better. Well, I take a seat, and one of my classmates, I had time talking about this with my friends when I was on the character page. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Emmy or Emi. Smiles and waves. Bouncy and energetic, she has a reputation for her skills on the track field. Even when she isn't running, she's still pretty much a ball of energy. even though she's late for class. Hey, we have one of those odd friendships where we get along well in class. Don't really see each other outside of school. How you doing, Emmy? Training was really fun today, Goldie. Oh. She's always on the hunt for new recruits to join the track team, and she has a habit of dropping some not so subtle hints. Yeah, we're always looking for new people, and I know that you aren't part of any clubs, so you should totally join us. It's funny you mentioned that I'm not part of any clubs, actually. I think I'm gonna check out the literature club after all. Ha! I didn't really think you were the poetic type. But if you ever get bored of writing poems, you know where to find me. How many times do I have to tell you that, alright guys, let's make a start? It's almost criminal that I've had to wait so long to teach my favorite century. Well, that's the school's lessons over. As I linger behind in the classroom to gather up all my things, I hear the door open. It's Sayori. Hi again, Goldie. Hey, the literature club's meeting today, right? Yeah, it is. I was just heading there now. Do you still want to come along? You betcha. Sayori seems to perk up, looking excited that I still want to come along to the club. This song was in the game, I think. Look at you, finally doing some extracurriculars. I mean, if you're the vice president, it can't be all that bad, right? She giggles, making me smile. Each individual club member makes it special. Everyone works hard to have fun together. Well, let's not keep them waiting. It'd be rude to show up late. I want to make a good first impression after all. I guess you're right. Come on, it's right this way and up the stairs at the end. I follow Sayori down the hallway. She seems excited, and it's nice to know that I'm making her day at least a little better. The stairs lead up to a section of the school that I recognize as the third year's wing. Sayori leads me to a classroom and knocks on the door. Trust me, you're gonna love it. She's definitely enthusiastic about this club, that's for sure. After a seemingly long wait, the door finally slides open. A small pink-haired girl peeks out. It's NATSUKI! I missed you. Sayori? She peeks out further. Hey, NATSUKI, guess what? I found someone who wants to join our club. The girl, who's apparently called NATSUKI, slowly turns a glare to me and narrows her eyes, blushing. She opens the door fully, and behind her I see another girl sitting at a desk, her face buried in a book. Hey! Wait, Sayori! Sayori practically pushes NATSUKI out of the way. She seems excited to introduce me to the rest of the club members. Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you to our newest member, Goldie. Sayori, hold up. It's a bit quick to call me the new member, isn't it? I then noticed a third girl peek out from behind a bookshelf in the corner of the classroom. Can it be? Is that Monica? Monica is one of the most popular girls of this high school. Everyone seems to flock to her because she's smart, beautiful, athletic, you name it, she's got it. Unfortunately, this also means she's completely out of my league. She looks at me with a stern look, but then quickly lights up, puts down the book she's holding, and rushes over. Goldie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. The girl who has her face buried in her book suddenly jolts up and looks right at me. She quickly snaps her book shut and timidly moves to join the conversation. Oh, a new member. My name's Yuri. Yeah. Holy crap, it seems that I've somehow lucked out. Not only is Monica in this club, but also a bunch of other cute girls. Am I glad I decided to come here instead of the anime club today? But enough gawking, Goldie. Stop staring and start talking. It's nice to meet you, Yuri. Like Sayori said, I'm Goldie. I smile at her, then turn to Monica. So it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Goldie. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. It's kind of strange to say, but having her smile at me so genuinely makes me feel a bit starstruck. The powers of the school idol. You too, Monica. So, you guys run a club with just the four of you then? Huh? Sayori told me about how you were looking for new members. Well, I've actually been trying to push for more members for a while, but we haven't had any luck recently. Sayori did say, my words dry up in my mouth as Natsuki shoots me a piercing glare. She looks mad at me, but for what reason? I don't know. I haven't really had the chance to do much besides walk in and say hello. Sayori, you brought a boy? Yep, he told me he wanted to join just this morning. Not sure if it's just Sayori being an airhead, but I don't recall promising that I'd join. Great. Natsuki glowers at us, folding her arms with an irritated huff. I don't really get why, though. Sorry about Natsuki, that's just how she is. She's a little standoffish to new members. Oh, it's nothing, I don't mind. I think she's a tsundere. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Sorry. I got to try to make a good impression, though. Come on, Natsuki, we need a new member. If you don't feel like being nice to Goldie, can you at least be nice for me, please? Jeez, you don't have to make such a big deal about it. Fine. If you're gonna beg, I guess I have no choice. Hooray! Thanks, Natsuki. Looks like I know who the tsundere of the group is now. It's almost comical, the extent to which Natsuki fits that trope. Well, maybe my view of the world is just clouded by anime influences, though. Anyway, let's get this conversation back on track. How'd you come to learn about the literature club, Goldie? I'll have to admit, I'm a bit curious about that myself. Sayori and I were just walking to school and she mentioned this club to me. Since I was sort of looking for a club to join, I figured that I should check you guys out. At any rate, Sayori was really enthusiastic about the literature club, so Monica beams at Sayori when she hears this. Guess Sayori has done a good job at advertising for the club. I see. Well, I think this is a great place to start. After all, books can be very enticing. Yeah, it's super fun. I think the club is the only place where I've been feeling comfortable lately. Sayori's face falls for a moment, but she quickly picks herself back up. It's somewhere I can just sit and read while hanging out with friends. I think they summed up the club pretty well. After all, I started it to bring together like-minded people who love literature. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. It's very cozy. But enough introductions. Why don't you come in and take a seat, Goldie? Did you bring anything to read? As she asked that, I realized I'm not much of a reader, much less someone who loves literature. To be honest, I haven't thought this through very well. Would joining a club that focuses on reading really be the best thing for me? No, I don't really have any books on me at the moment. I just haven't seen any good titles recently. I lie through my teeth, hoping Monica doesn't see through my facade. I obviously don't read much, but if they believe that I do, hopefully it'll help me relate to these girls. Well, we have plenty of books here if you want to check out what we have. I'm sure you'll find something that matches your taste. Is that so? Then I guess I'll head over there. Maybe something might catch my eye. I start to sweat nervously as I walk awkwardly over to the bookshelf. There looks to be a good variety of books available, ranging in genre from horror and fantasy all the way down to nonfiction. Sheepishly, I turn towards... Okay, now this is where I choose route. Yuri route and Natsuki route. And I think that this is a good spot to save. If I can. No, I can't. Okay, well, I'm going to choose... Well, last time I played DDLC, I did the Yuri route. The first time, I did Natsuki route. You know, I haven't done Natsuki route in a while. So, do you have any recommendations? I take a closer look at the books as I say that, and to my surprise, I noticed that there's a rather extensive collection of manga on the bottom shelves. When I glance back up at the girls, I notice Natsuki staring down at the manga too. Our eyes suddenly meet, and she looks away, blushing. Well, what do you like to read? Honestly, I just read manga most of the time, so the collection down here caught my eye. I didn't know that manga was allowed in the classroom like this. Those are actually Natsuki's. Don't just say it like that. I just put them there while I was reorganizing the closet. Monica always messes up with my collection when she goes in there, so I'm trying to make more space for them. As she says this, Natsuki shoots a look at Monica, who smiles sweetly in return. Which series do you have? I've read a lot, but I don't think I recognize many in here. Most of the book spines are vibrantly colored, with big blocky letters announcing the titles. The Boss is a Maid, Rice Ball Basket, Orange High School Night Club. I've never heard of these series in my entire life. That probably means they're either way out of my demographic or they're simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass in that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. I could just tell by your expression. But I'll tell you one thing, Goldie. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki stomps over to the bookshelf, elbowing me out of the way, and pulls a very pink book out from the box set. I'm going to show you exactly why. She unceremoniously shoves it right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It's the first volume of a series titled The Freight Girls and featured 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo. Well, don't just stand there. Natsuki, have you considered that maybe Goldie might not want to read this? Excuse me? Who are you to say what Goldie likes or dislikes? I quickly break in to try to relieve some of the sudden tension. Thanks for your concern, Yuri, but I'm definitely open to try out new things. I don't usually read the stuff, but I'm willing to give it a try. Alright then. Natsuki triumphantly smirks a bit while Yuri abbishly looks away. I guess I can't satisfy everyone. I have thought you spend enough time in the literature club to not judge books by their covers either, Yuri. Manga can have just as deep of storylines as your novels can. I never said they can't, it's just, Yuri looks like she's holding herself back from saying something. Just what? Just because they have pictures in them, they're childish or something? Well, there's a reason why people say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Sometimes there are things that are best described through art. Manga blends both good art and good writing to create fantastic stories. Plus, being able to actually see the characters helps you to relate and emphasize with them. Yuri thinks to herself, looking a bit perturbed. I see. I just meant that manga is a bit unorthodox as a medium. Well, manga is literature too. That's exactly what you said in the regular game. It's obvious that the two girls have their differences. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid, and seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Meanwhile, Natsuki seems to be a lot more forward and outspoken. And although she looks like the youngest in the club, she's clearly just as passionate about her hobbies as the others are. Anyway, this'll be your homework today, Goldie. I'll let you borrow volume 1 for tonight, so you can start on the next book tomorrow. But if you smudge or bend it, I'll kill you. You don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty protective of my manga, too. Is it really alright if I borrow it, though? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you only read it here. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Okay then. The girls on the cover of the manga beam up at me, and I can't help but shiver a bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate what high school girls are into. Hopefully I can get away with skimming through it. Make sure you read it thoroughly, because I'll be quizzing you on it tomorrow. Is she a mind reader? in that case, I think I'll give it a shot now, actually. I want to make sure that I have enough time to finish it after all. Fine, but I'll keep a close eye on you then. I slide into a nearby desk as the rest of the girls dissipate, moving to work on their own things. And, yeah, so I'm just going to save right here. And, this would be a good spot to, leave off. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like if you want a part 2. Okay, I saved. Okay. Okay, this is Doki Doki Blue Skies. I will put the link to this in the description if you want to play it on your own. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye!